What is something people are not ready to hear?
You're a narcissist. You talk too fucking much. I'm tired of being interrupted by you. Maybe you're autistic? No, that's just a crutch. You're inconsiderate, self-involved. I'm not surprised you're...
You guys up there saying, oh, it's a right-left thing, it's both of them, blah, 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 blah. I not once ever see any of you motherfuckers call out the right for anything. For nothing. You motherfuckers won't call it right out for their bullshit. Some of you right along with that bullshit, or you just ignore it.
Yeah, because the Patriots are pussies, that's why.
But left on their bullshit. So, why are you a hypocrite? Why are you motherfuckers coming after me because I'm calling out the right? And yeah, you motherfuckers want to be up here crying, oh, it's the right and the left. Yo, suck my fucking strap. Suck it. Miss me with that bullshit. Until you get the balls enough to fucking call out both sides and not give a fuck where you stand or where they stand, then come holler at me.
Republicans duet this. Question 1. Would you rather share an Uber with a liberal or
Uber pool anymore?
die?
I'll cuss them out before I get out of the vehicle.
Ow! What the hell are you doing, Hardin? I'm killing you, but unfortunately I could only afford a whistle bat, so it's gonna take a while. Hardin, don't fight a cow, it will only take longer. Just slip into sweet unconsciousness.
I don't see abortion on the list.
Bitch! I'll fuck you up.
And yet, somehow, I'm still single.
So am I.
Existence is pain.
Are you raising money for your top surgery? Please do that in private. It's real quick. So I'm going to show you guys a video that I came across on TikTok last night, and I did a little reaction video to it. And this morning I woke up with a community guideline strike against me for bullying and harassment. But as much as I love TikTok and I use TikTok all the time, you guys know that, y'all need to keep your kids off TikTok. TikTok is a cesspool of degeneracy, and the communists love it. They love it. Don't don't watch this video before you eat your lunch. You'll see what I'm talking about. But this is the level of disgust that gets passed through while people like me who have anything to say about it, patriots who have anything to say about it, people with common sense who have anything to say about it, we're getting... TikTok is so predictable. They're so predictable. So I barely 30 minutes into my very first live on this profile, and I get a community violation strike. But TikTok, they never tell you what it's for. They never tell you what it's for. They think they're cute, you know. Maybe I should have just been topless, just like the, you know, trans person that I was initially critiquing for their choice of hashtags. But we all know the game. We all know the game. Those of us who are conservative, we already know. Show
a video of when you were depressed and nobody knew.
Just let it be. Why don't you be you?
Country again. What state would it be, and why did you pick California?
You can talk all the shit you want about my home state, but during this whole pandemic and all of the communist takeover, we were the only ones who were able to recall our governor, sweetheart. This is exactly why I left California.
Fuck Antifas.
Two ladies at the table, so no better day than for this news to come up. Actress Emilia Clarke created a comic book superhero whose superpowers come from menstruation, and said that the character will swing from her armpit hair like Spider-Man.
Okay, I'm out on that.
Passing the phone to a curly-headed fuck.
Oh shit, wrong person. Hey, bro, here.
Hey man, what the fuck? Passing the phone to a fake blonde.
Passing the phone to an off-brand Billie Eilish.
Passing the phone to the guy with the big-ass ears.
Passing the phone to the person that sleeps first in the party.
Passing the phone to a bootleg ass Will Smith.
Passing the phone to somebody who wastes all their money on Dior.
I'm not the only one that spends money on Dior, so I'm gonna give it to the next person that spends their money on Dior.
Passing the phone to somebody who can't play beer pong.
Passing the phone to the guy who always wears a do-rag.
Passing the phone to the girl with the biggest fucking head hair.
Passing the phone to the person with the most stank ass breath, literally smell like straight ass.
I'm gonna pass the phone to the loudest person here.
Passing the phone to someone who stutters when they speak Armenian.
Passing the phone to a fake Mexican.
All right, we're done.
I'm gay, and in 2020, I proudly cast my vote for Donald Trump. Why, you ask? Because I don't believe that my sexuality determines what political party I stand with. The only people that tell me I can't be a Republican are the Democrats who don't want to see a gay thinking for themselves. See, the Democrats are like a cult, which I was in. They suck you in without realizing it. They make you feel oppressed and make you feel like a minority so that they can get you to vote for their political candidates. Whereas in the Republican Party, they welcome you with open arms. They don't care that I'm gay because I don't use it as a weapon. Republicans are all about free thinking and self-educating. Because we have an indoctrinated government educational system that doesn't allow the younger generation to think for themselves. I am more discriminated against from my former friends who are Democrats than I am from the far right.
This video goes out to anyone who's had their videos removed for allegedly violating community guideline standards. But I find it really funny how the cartel can post videos on here and talk about what they're going to do at the border. I find it really funny how Black Lives Matters can post videos of how they're burning cities down. I find it really funny how women can get on here in thongs and shake their tail, but that's not violating community guideline standards. What's violating that is when you speak the truth. The first time you say something that has truth about this COVID, the vaccine, or anything going on in the world, they want to silence you and take your video down. You're a joke, TikTok. I find that really funny how you want to silence everyone. Not today, Satan.
I transitioned from the kid my classmates beat up to the woman that's out of their league.
Trump was an embarrassment in a country where the media lies to their people. Does this look like embarrassment to you? What an embarrassment is it to walk on North Korean soil alone? What an embarrassment is it for Mexico's president to miss Trump after wanting to build a wall? And they're gonna build the wall regardless. But what an embarrassment to be respected and genuinely loved across the globe. Now this is what I call an embarrassment. World leaders with their flags, without masks, and our dude right here, no flag and a mask. This is your president. Embarrassing.
80s babies are the shit. We don't care about race, cultures, ethnicities. We all blended when we were growing up. We ain't even had to meet before. We can sit down right now and chill, all of us. Tell me I'm lying.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. Hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Everybody's not racist or transphobic just because they have a preference.
Thank you so much for making this video. Just because a straight man is not attracted to a trans woman does not mean that he is transphobic. Nor does it mean that he thinks of you as any less of a woman. It doesn't matter if he says it's because you're trans. Guess what, sweetie? Not everyone has to sleep with you in order to stay away from being transphobic. And for those of you who want to try and say that sex is not everything, for most people when it comes to dating or a relationship, sex is going to come up eventually. Last time I checked as trans women, we wanted men to stop fetishizing us. So why are we now trying to force them to have sex with us in order to not be transphobic? My mind literally explodes every time I hear this argument. It is insanity. Don't be bitter, do better.
it's no longer acceptable to associate childbearing to only women.
You know, when I first made this video, I never thought it would go viral. I also never thought I would see so much blatant disrespect towards women. In my comment section, all you see is women being told to shut up, to hush, to not have anything to say about trans people issues. How can you disrespect your very inspiration for your life, the blueprint of everything you want to be? And not only that, there were also women telling other women to shut up, to not have an opinion, to not speak. You know, in history with the feminist movement, we were saying that it was men, overly masculine, macho, misogynistic men who were oppressing us and not letting us have a voice. And now it's men who inspire to be women and women who inspire to be a man telling other women that we can have a voice and our feelings are valid and we have a right to them.
I'm tired of being misgendered. Stop using sir and ma'am.
Hello, friend. I am a woman and a lesbian who people often mistake for a man. You know why? Because I have a man's haircut and I wear men's clothing. Sometimes I think I walk and I talk like a man. I don't care what they call me because they don't sleep in my bed and they don't pay my bills. Let me tell you what's going on with this misgendering and all this other kind of stuff. You are involving yourself in the separation of humanity. If those things don't matter and you can take any prefix or suffix or 3 letters and suddenly make it mean something, then guess what? Anybody else can call you whatever they want to. None of it matters. You're wasting time. Stop doing it.
So I'm pretty sure we've all heard about Demi Lovato coming out as non-binary and changing her pronouns to they, them, but there's something that nobody's talking about. In her video, she features her friend Alec Vade Manon, who is a somewhat well-known trans activist. I certainly recognized him. How? From this quote right here. In a since-deleted Facebook post, Alec writes, "These days, the narrative is that transgender people will come into bathrooms and abuse little girls. The supposed purity of the victims has remained stagnant. There are no princesses. Little girls are also kinky. Your kids aren't as straight and narrow as you think." This is who Demi Lovato has chosen to associate herself with. It is perverse and disgusting, and there is no room in this world for pedophilic language like that.
But if I do, then I might miss you, babe. It's complicated and stupid, but my ass squeezed my sexy cupid. Guess he wants to play. I love game.
You want to know what bothers me? I will see women putting bikinis on babies, putting bikinis on their little girls walking around with little booty shorts. I see young girls, underage girls on this app with their bikini tops on and with their little booty shorts on, dancing, doing all that, getting tons of likes. But when a grown woman wears this, has on her shorts, has the holes in it, rocking it, it's considered to be inappropriate. She's doing too much. She's looked at being thirsty. She's looking at needing validation. My confidence offends people. My ability to have learned the art of self-love offends people. And they need to try to put me in my place to let me know I'm not all that. So this bothers people. But it doesn't bother you when you see a little girl dressed like this? That doesn't bother you? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Republicans are better dancers because of this. In order to shake your ass, you need to have a backbone, bitch.
You fucksticks are really out on social media going, "Of course I went and got my vaccine. I did my research. I know what's in it, you peasants." Oh, buddy. You are the research.
What is a line from a song or movie that would get canceled in 2021?
How about we do this? Can we please take this out of the equation? This came from men in prison who wanted to advertise that they wanted to be penetrated, so they would sag their pants to let the other prisoners know secretly, "Hey, I want some free back shots tonight." So you're in the free world. This should not be a part of fashion anymore. sagging in general is not the way to go. Get a belt, pull your shit up, wear your pants like a grown man. It is like 2021. Like, I don't get what makes this look sexy. I don't get what makes that look any way appealing. Now, me, per se, I'm looking at your ass. I appreciate it. I mean, but that what you want?
What? Who? Me? Am I vaccinated? No, but I identify as a vaccinated person, so checkmate, bitches.
You know, TikTok, I think it's pretty pathetic that you show your communism and pedophile love. We all see it, and we're not going to be silenced. We're going to keep coming back no matter how many fucking times you ban us or silence us. We fight for freedom and we fight for children against you.
If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me?
I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch.
See, self-care for me is removing myself from situations before I gotta get ignorant. You know what I mean? Because I could go from 0 to prison real quick. So, yeah, I just go ahead and excuse myself because my tolerance is very low for bullshit.
I'm probably going to hurt some more feelings here, but don't care. What is it with you Biden supporters? You are so in denial. Anything you say about Trump, their instant go-to is, name one thing Donald Trump did good for this country. So I decided, fuck it, let's do it. He actually built a border wall keeping illegal immigrants from coming over here and stealing our jobs and our money, but I guess no one cares about that. Cool. Defeated ISIS. Negotiated new trade agreements that are more favorable for the United States. Standing up to China and Russia. Withdrawing from the Iran nuclear deal. Reforming the Department of Veterans Affairs. Criminal justice reform. Reducing prescription drug prices. Energy independence bill. Standing with Israel, expanding educational freedom, protecting unborn babies, and building the strongest military this country has ever fucking seen. Other countries knew not to fuck with us when Trump was in office, and that's facts. And I'm out.
Black Lives Matter cannot and will not ever be a terrorist group. Do you want to?
Hey, look, it's another white person trying to tell another black person how to feel about something.
You ever notice how even when Republicans do win elections, it still feels like we're losing the country? Well, the reason for that is even when conservatives do control the government, we don't have other institutions. We don't control mass media, Hollywood, academia. You get the point. And so even if we win elections in the short term, they are indoctrinating the rest of the country in the long term. The point being, while elections do matter to some degree, elections alone will not save America. It is important for conservatives to win elections, but it is equally important, if not more important, for conservatives to win over the long-term cultural institutions that really make the difference in the end.
But when your preferences exclude an entire group of marginalized people, that's problematic.
Marginalized is another word that can go straight to the trash can. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. I swear, everyone wants to be marginalized. Everyone wants to be oppressed. Everyone wants to be a victim. Everyone wants to be under somebody's thumb. Everyone wants to talk about how hard their lives are because of this, that, and the third, but no one seems to want to better themselves. This generation is full of people who want to force people to love them but can't even love themselves.
Hi straight people, welcome to Pride Month, where all month long you get to hear nothing but how oppressed us gays are. But in all actuality, we probably have more privilege than anybody else in this country. This is a month where all companies must put a gay flag over their logo on all social media platforms or be considered homophobic. This is also the month where we get to see so many Pride festivals happen that we all know and love so well. You know, the ones where the gays are screaming and cheering and all the men have bondage straps on. Yeah, that. We also get to see all the gays posting on Instagram and all the women posting on Instagram wishing their gay friends a happy Pride Month because, you know, that's apparently the thing to do. Nothing like society telling us we're different than all other human beings walking on this planet. But happy Pride Month, I guess. Have a great one.
Did you know that us Republicans celebrate Pride Month too? Except when we celebrate, we don't do it naked.
you ain't never lied. People over here shitting on California, but at least California got the balls to put their governor on the ballot. Everyone's over here praising Jay Inslee because he followed all the guidelines, even though the cases have been on the rise. And it's like, yo, wake the fuck up. This man's over here opening a fucking climate pledge arena. Meanwhile, he took over one of the stadiums and it never saw a patient. Meanwhile, there was a whole Chaz and Chop autonomous zone that took over Capitol Hill Park and no one got COVID, but y'all let that whole shit happen and supported it. But some shit like that wouldn't have gone down in California, though. We would not have that shit. Everyone just let that shit happen. Like, oh, well, we'll just let them be. And that, to me, is bullshit. But y'all still be the main ones scared to go out the house and scared to wear a mask. Someone needs to help Seattle, but it ain't gonna be me.
The dominant narrative in America is white people are evil, white people suck, we should be ashamed of ourselves. And
I don't think we should be ashamed of ourselves. I think that we should take responsibility for the system that we've created.
The best system in the world?
Oh, we do not have the best system in
Who
the
has
world.
a better system?
There are many European countries that are much better off than
Oh, you
us.
mean like the European countries with a higher density of whites, like Northern Europe?
That's one way to phrase it, I guess.
You don't mean Turkey.
No.
You don't mean Eastern Europe
No.
with the communists. So the only time you can come up with a system that's better than America, it's a country that's more white than America. I don't understand.
I don't know what to say to that. So.
What? Who? Me? Am I vaccinated? No, but I identify as a vaccinated person, so checkmate, bitches.
White women calling black women and femmes queen is really starting to sound like a microaggression to me.
Be quiet. We're not doing this. Women are catty, competitive, and mean, and what we're not going to do is take the moments where we're actually supporting one another and turn them into something ugly. This is the ultimate question. Why does white women supporting black women bother you? Why do you assume that black women will be offended or aggravated or upset by another white woman calling her queen? This high horse of self-righteousness, what does it do for you? We go back to the 90s. I feel like we just didn't care in the 90s. Literally no one cares. Everybody calls everybody queen. Men call me queen. But you, who is so triggered by unity, has to come in and disrupt things and cause division. For why? When did it become okay to make white people the ultimate boogeyman? As if white people are the only people on the planet with a sense of agency and everyone else is just lacking. It's racism. I swear, this new generation is creating new ways to be racist. Why are y'all so obsessed?
Talk about what racism actually looks like in 2021, not some fictitious oppression y'all made up to bully people into voting your way. Actual racism. Here's another list. A list of all the things Democrats apparently think that black people are too stupid to do. Here we go. Get good grades, get into college, get a good job, get promoted, make money, pay your own bills, stay out of jail and off drugs, have a baby, raise a child, use the internet, find a vaccine center or a polling place, get an ID, remember to bring water on a hot day, and apparently see right through this pile of absolute garbage that they're being fed by a party that needs them to stay perpetually victimized because God knows we can't have black folks actually succeed in life because then they won't need the government. Or all the elitist politicians who get rich off of promising them stuff they don't actually plan to deliver. That is racism.
Lady, what the fuck is your goddamn problem? I'm a lesbian and I support Trump. You think I'm the only fucking lesbian out there that supports this man? No. You might want to do your due diligence and go find out for yourself why we support him. He's the only pro-gay president we've ever fucking had. But obviously, you're too fucking sheepish to understand that. And I don't give a fuck that your kids are transgendered. The fuck that gotta do with me? That's your thing. Have fun with that. Congratulations. They're transgendered. Not my monkey, not my fucking show. So do you want to keep coming after me for every little fucking thing that you see? Or do you want to just give it a fucking rest? Because, I mean, shit. Next thing you're going to tell me was, oh, Trump tried to ban transgenders from the military. But I could bet you won't do your due diligence to find out fucking why he even said what he said.